Okay, hello, welcome. Looks like this is the camera that we're going to be using, and I can't shift to a different camera. Alright, one more check here. Hey, alright. Figured it out. Okay. We made it. In the right spot. Right camera. Alright. Welcome everyone to Mindfulness with Chance. It is Wednesday. Glad to have you tuning in. I do have some delayed, but available means of reading your comments, so feel free to add any commentary. I will see it about 30 seconds after you put it in, but yes, glad to be here. Still sorting out stuff. It's a learning process. At least I got the right camera. The light looks good. All right, so let's begin. Mindfulness, what a beautiful topic, what a beautiful practice, and the outcomes or the results that you can find from a mindfulness practice are truly infinite. When we recognize that our personality, our life, is more or less habit. It's what we've done many times. It is in the background, to say the least. Behind the scenes, the workings of our mind are trying to bring us closer to the rewards and more or less keep us on the track of our program, which is great if everything about your life is flowing smoothly and you feel fulfilled and purposeful, impactful, content, then that's great. But many of us, that's not our default mode. We're not commonly content or feeling fulfilled or clear about what it is that we're doing or what it is that we're doing next. So mindfulness is the art of being present, recognizing that our program is more or less responsible for any feelings of less than content, less than fulfilled. So practicing being present, being aware of how you feel. Um, oh, hey, Aubrey, glad you're here. And Debbie, good morning. Lost your coffee cup in the house. Don't worry, I still lose things all the time. Mindfulness doesn't mean you won't forget anything. Mindfulness is simply the practice of recognizing that you've lost something. So yes, this ability to be here and now, the ability to be present, it's not necessarily a muscle that we get to practice often, unless we make the intention of practicing being present. Present in the conversations we're having, present in the tasks that we're doing, present in our body, in the infinite spaces and information that our body is taking in and transforming and perceiving. So much of our life is automatic, as I said. Even the way that we feel, even the places that we look, even the places that we feel in our body, it's routine, it's habitual. So stepping outside of that routine creates and forges new neural pathways. The ability to be anyone that you want. Not like, hey, I want to be Beyonce, but more like I can become more impactful, more inspirational, more athletic, more rhythmic. I could become a better singer, right? So anything that you want to do requires first a commitment to wanting to grow those skills, and secondly, a recognition that our automatic program does not have space for including those things. So if you want new behaviors, new outcomes, new skills, you have to make the intention and clear the time to do so. Neuroplasticity, a concept that's fairly new, just in the past couple decades, understands that the mind is constantly changing. It's like a garden. What you plant there grows depending on if you water it. Meaning, if you have a belief or a thought or a commitment, you have to exercise that commitment. You have to exercise that part of the brain. You have to get clear about your dreams and then live them. So with this practice, I would like to, good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Cindy. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Michelle. That's great. My birthday was last week. Are you Sagittarius? All right. For this mindfulness practice, I'd really like to just take a journey through the body. So as I said before, the ability to perceive anywhere in your body is something that you can do, but you probably don't practice very often. We listen to our body if we're achy, or if it doesn't feel good, if our stomach hurts, or if our head aches, or if our nose is stuffy. Sure, we can perceive those things in our body, but the ability to perceive when our body is working right, when our body is creating energy, moving energy around, we usually just push that to the background. We don't notice it. It just happens, and we take it for granted. But in this practice, we're going to breathe. We're going to take a journey around our body. Also, as I said, with the neuroplasticity, if you're trying to grow a skill, if you're trying to grow a characteristic, well, you have to get very clear in your mind about what that looks like in your life. And imagine it again and again until it becomes practiced. You can practice it up here before you practice it in the world around you. So if you're sitting in a chair, if you're seated on the floor, if you want to lay down, anything that finds you comfortable and not distracted by your body. Let's sit up tall. Relax the shoulders. Start to take note of the body. How tall is the head? Is the neck long? Are the shoulders drawn away from the ears? How is the low back? Is it arched? Is it slumped over? Try to find length in the spine. How does the face feel? The eyebrows, the sockets of the eyes, the sinuses, the jaw, the floor of the mouth. How does it feel? As a practice here, let's try to identify or take our attention to the tip of our middle toe on our right foot. Can you find it? Imagine the line, or the connections, the nerves, the wiring that allows you to tap your attention in to that middle toe on the right foot. Maybe try wiggling it a little bit. There it is. Now let's try to bring our awareness to the left earlobe. Can you feel it? Where do you have to soften? Once you identify it, locate it, and recognize, have you ever had to locate where your left earlobe is? It might feel challenging. It might feel easy. But what is definitely happening is we are strengthening a neural network. We are connecting our nerves more deeply just by paying attention to our body. Next, let's start to deepen the breath. Good morning, Shirley. Hello. Way to the belly. And all the way out. Breathe in through the nose. Try to soften the sinuses, the nasal cavity. Follow the breath all the way down to the belly. Expand the ribs. Every exhale, stay sitting up tall, using those core muscles, the muscles along the spine, using the muscles that it takes to expand the lungs and expand the ribs. Try to notice the details. Notice the subtlety of your breath. As the breath rises and falls, see if you can keep the spine long and unmoving. Just noticing how those muscles of the organs and the lungs relate to the spine and the ribs as you're breathing. Is the mind busy? Just notice, where does the mind try to jump to? If the goal is to be present and in the here and now, what kind of thoughts arise that draw you to a different place or time? It could be anything. Could be a conversation you had years ago. Could be something on your to-do list or your grocery list, or something that you feel like you're going to forget if you don't write it down. Just notice how the mind has so many pathways out, so many pathways to perceive the world around you, to predict the future, or to live in the past. But every time you find your way back to the now, you strengthen your pathways to the now. This is mindfulness practice, simply being aware. It might seem boring to the mind that always wants to dart away and out, to be entertained. But everything you're looking for truly is within, because the world is coming from you more than it's coming at you. You could live in an existence where you don't see blessings, where you don't see gratitude, where you don't see love, compassion, and connectedness. Or with practice, you can learn to find it, create it, see it, appreciate it. And this all takes work from within. Building where it is that we're looking because of what it is we're trying to find. I'd like you to keep breathing deeply. But locate the space roughly 3 inches behind your navel, your belly button. Try to connect with this space. When you breathe, try to breathe down into that space, softening, relaxing any resistance. Noticing the breath come and go while our attention continuously remains or comes back to, again and again, this space 3 inches behind our navel. Picture a swirling vortex of light. In Qigong, they refer to this space as a field of energy, where you're growing and harvesting energy from this place. Right there in the sacrum. Keep on breathing your attention, visualizing the spiraling light, swirling, glowing, moving, creating infinite possibility within the body. Keep on breathing expansively to massage out any resistance. Every breath feeds this vortex of light, this field of energy. And from right there, 3 inches behind your navel, you let this light, this vortex grow. In yoga, this space corresponds to the sacral chakra, the color orange, and our inherent need to connect with others. As you're breathing into this space, picturing that spiraling light, let it be orange, And let it flow from this space, this field of energy. Reach out deeply into your whole body. The breath comes and goes. The light grows brighter and wider. We let go of any resistance to connection, any feelings of isolation, of solitude, of disconnect. Let that light encounter those spaces and melt away any resistance, recognizing that everyone you come in contact with is sharing this experience of life, of consciousness, of awareness, in the here and now, with an infinite amount of places where we could spend that attention, where we could pay that attention. Feelings of disconnect and isolation lead to suffering because, for the most part, it's untrue. We are connected to everyone close to us, known to us, and people we've never met. We're all connected in the here and now. And when you can relieve the resistance, feeling of isolation, to allow that light to shine through you and from you, you automatically start to find new experiences, possibilities of growth, of connection. Set an intention for your time on this earth, in this body. What connections do you want to make? What actions would you like to take? What is it you'd like to be known for, remembered by? What frequency are you trying to bring into every scenario, every circumstance that you're bound to encounter? Notice if your mind has wandered, or if it's still in the here and now, in the present, but reaching out into a deeper space. Notice where in your body has surrendered some resistance. Notice where in your body can flow more easily. And knowing that connection is a vital part of our wellness, how do you intend to connect more completely and more thoroughly with the people you encounter? Just a few more breaths here. Keep bringing that attention to that space behind the navel. Keep on letting the breath help that spiraling light to grow brighter and wider through the body. radiate that color orange, a warm, healing light. Picture it shining from you, from your heart, from your eyes, from your smile, resonating and rippling through every phrase, everything you speak, every tone that you emit today. Bringing your attention back into the eyes, you can let the eyelids come open. Feel your body reflect on what you've found, challenges, revelations, or discoveries. Know that there's an entire world of possibility inside. As tempting and as entertaining as the other senses like to seek out, the bright lights and the exciting videos and the tones and chimes that really get our motor running. Looking inward, we can find not only more clarity for what matters to us, but a deeper connection to how we are creating our experience. It's a very empowering place to come from, but like I said, it takes practice. And if it's very challenging to look inward, that's all right. It just means that it takes more practice. It doesn't always have to be a half-hour guided meditation. Sometimes it can be 30 seconds. Just breathing and observing whatever it is that's in your hands. A bit of nature, maybe a bit of food. Use your senses to be present. Immerse yourself in the now through a lens of gratitude, through a lens of possibility and creation. Not only over time will you rewire your brain to do this more often, but you will find more of whatever you're looking for. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful Wednesday during this holiday season. If you have any questions or topics that you'd like to discuss, any practices maybe you'd like to learn more about, some breath works, there's visualization stuff, there's moving meditations, really a lot of topics we could go through. So please leave your suggestions, and thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day.